Hey everyone, just wanted to do a review of the Breitling Super Avenger watch. Now this is part of Breitling's Aero Marine series, which is their dive watch series. It is somewhat water resistant. It does have a screw down crown, and then of course here you've got your a chronograph function, and you can see the second hand's off to the left there on its own little dial. And then you've got your chronograph functions. The top, it'll measure minutes. Bottom one will measure hours. And we'll start it up and you can see what it looks like. So there we go with the chronograph hand moving. You can see the big hand with the little red tip on it. Breitling's done a really good job on this dial. This particular one has numbers on it, but you can also get a I'm sorry, I got my light reflecting in there. You can also get a version of this Breitling Super Avenger that has batons instead. It's a toss-up. Some people like the numbers like I do. Some people like the batons better. And one thing I will add, this has a black face, but because of the AR, the anti-reflective coating on the sapphire crystal, it kind of gives it a bluish look in certain conditions. Right now it looks pretty black, but in certain environments it almost may have a blue hue to it. Got your unidirectional bezel, meaning this will turn to the left. In watch terms it would be counterclockwise. They do a really good job with their bracelets, Breitling does. And I'll flip over to the other side so you can see. As you can see there, the bracelet has screws, flathead screws that hold the links together, which is a really nice touch. A lot of other leading timepiece manufacturers just use pins, and those are kind of chintzy in my opinion. And you can see right there it says Breitling 1884. Breitling, of course, started as a watch for pilots, and it's kind of morphed into other types of timepieces as well. They're very well made. Most Breitlings are shiny, and as you can see here, this is the Breitling Pro 2 bracelet, and that's something that deters some people from Breitling. They feel that they're too flashy, and then also the size. Now, not all Breitlings are as big as this one, but if you had a small wrist, this would definitely stand out even more. But if you've got a big wrist and you want a watch that people look at and it's not like, oh, it's a Rolex, because that's what everybody thinks, this is the watch then. It's not as common. I mean, you'll see Breitlings around, and if you do, you'll probably see the Navi timer, which is a cool watch. But the Super Avenger that you're looking at right here is less common. But thanks for watching. It's a really good watch, and haven't had any complaints, except for the one word of caution: always be sure that crown is screwed all the way down. And then also, because this has Valjoux 7750 movement, be sure that you're at least a few hours, and by a few hours I mean probably 3 hours away from the 12 o'clock midnight mark before you adjust your date. Otherwise you'll probably break the date wheel, and that requires a service from Breitling or a neurologist in your town. But thanks for tuning in. Feel free to subscribe and check out all my videos.